the channel. My name is June. I am in Jamaica. This morning, I just want to chat with us. Yeah, I'm having coffee, and so it's in this hot mug, and then I have this little one. It looks like one of those little Chinese type of. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. So I pour from the hot mug into this little. I don't know what it's called. Something, something. How are you? It's cold. It has been sitting a while, but I'm gonna have it anyway. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the chat, guy. I almost said chat. Welcome to the chat. I am here. I'm gonna have this biscuit. It's called tea. Tea. I do not think I'm ready for breakfast as yet, so I'm just gonna be munching on this. Also, I'm gonna be thinking of a story that I wanna tell. So it's non-fictional but fictional, somewhere in between. And yeah, I wanna. I still haven't found my path here. Mm-mm. Mm. I still haven't, and so it's drama, pandemonium. But how are you doing? How is the weather? Today is a bright and sunny day. Temperatures, I think, in the 80s. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's a nice day to go out, maybe to do a little shopping, to do a little walking, to do a little skinny dipping in the ocean. No, I am obese. I don't think I would be looking very well in any form of beachwear. And so I just have my own fun. I just have fun with myself. Mm, yeah, that's what it is. But on a more serious note, though, I have been mulling over many things, and I I just need to talk with us. To begin with, I am always meddling in other people's affair in other countries. Like just the other day, somewhere in Mexico, a little girl about what 9, 11 years old, she was unalived, and persons are calling foul, having you know saying that whatever the coroner says about the death, or welcome, I thank you for that thumbs up. Okay, I'm in Jamaica. My name is June. Yeah. So in Mexico, the little girl, she had gone with family to the hotel pool, and then for some reason, something did not go well. At the end of the day, she ended up missing, and post-mortem was done, but persons are not comfortable with the outcome of the post-mortem. They are saying that the girl drowned, but at the same time, persons are disputing that. And that weighs heavily on the mind of a parent. And as we could see from video clippings, the father had taken really, really, really a downward turn in health, and both mental and his physical well-being. Because the loss of a child, the loss of a loved one, cannot be hugged. It is difficult unless, yes, death was the better option. And follow closely on the heels of that happening in Mexico, in my home country, Jamaica, just a week ago. A 9-year-old was unalived by someone she knows in her community, young, vibrant girl with a mindset to learn and to do good and to become maybe, even a large-scale farmer. or a builder, and she was denied that. That opportunity has been taken from her, and the family is in mourning. The country is in mourning. Again, another female has been taken away in such a gruesome manner. In my country, she was sexually assaulted, and her body was found in a barrel. The details of the story is really gruesome. It's all over social media, and I understand that persons, wanna heal, and so they don't want persons posting all kind of pictures and saying, any of many things that cause distress. We don't want to be external stressor for a situation that persons are having internal stresses about. And so we say condolence to the family. Hi, Kayane. Hi, how are you? Said hi. Yeah. How are you doing? All is well? Thank you for stopping by. My name is June and I am in Jamaica. I am not savvy with this phone thing and doing jackets and all of that. I really don't know. Okay, my you're what's that? Cayenne? Are you doing fine? All right, fine. I see you have the Jamaican flag up. If you're Jamaica, thank you for tuning in. If you're living within the country, thank you even more. And if you're in the diaspora, big up yourself. All is well. I am well. I am well here. Yeah, okay, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. As I said, I am June. My information is in my bio someplace there. So if you drop me a message, then I can check you out. Right now, I don't know how to do this whole jacketed thing, and I am not sure. I'm not sure, and I don't want to cut this thing off. I used to be able to do it. It has been some time, you know, since I have been really constant on this platform. But hey, I have to wait. I have to make my way back. Persons are making crazy on this platform, and here I am sitting here almost retired, or I should say retired from regular work, but then I do work otherwise. And why not? Why not make some crazy money? People are making crazy money on these platforms, and here I am sitting here in my wig. Yeah, thinking that I am pretty, and then the bills are to be paid, then I need air conditioning, then I need to go shopping, then I need all of the many luxury that comes with yeah, where is all the people? Oh, am I pretty? Thank you. I don't know. People are going about their business, but what I do, I just decide, I just come on, I chat. So maybe after the chat, persons might watch the video. People are more with the crime channels and the gossips and all of that. So I don't really know the gossip, and I don't think I'm a good storyteller. So it doesn't work for me. So I will have to find something that really works for me. So I am scouring the internet to see what persons are really doing. Yeah, there are 3 people watching live. Oh, yeah. But then I'm looking up now, I see 0. So persons just check in and leave, and that is okay too, because after a while, they might go back and say, I was watching that woman from Jamaica and she was chatting. So I'm chatting about the young girl in Spanish Town who was unalived by, someone she knew. He was later unalived in another parish. But that doesn't ease the pain. That really doesn't ease the pain. And the mother of the man, the aggressor, she has a lot on her plate right now, because no one wants to know that her child or his child has, committed such a gruesome act. But it has been done. and we grieve and we mourn and we support. It is bad. Similar to what happened in Mexico just maybe a month or so ago, and it is not a good feeling. So moving along, I watch this channel, the Paul Wallace channel, and he does a lot of biblical stuff. As I said, I'm just chatting this morning, a long chat about any of many things. So Paul was a, what was it now, Anglican pastor, church doctor, blah, 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 over 30 years in service to the church. And then he decided that, okay, he was on his sabbatical, I think, or he was on vacation. But then there were some aspects of the biblical narrative that he wanted to explore outside of this sub, like, and comment. Thank you. All right. Okay. Thank you. Kane. Let me write this down so I can go back. If you have a channel, yeah, I can go back and check you out. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. So so Paul, he decided to go on a journey, a fact-finding mission about some aspect of our Bible. You know, in Jamaica, the custom really is that of Christianity for the most part. That's the culture of the country. That's the culture of our households. And so he took us on a journey. Yeah, a journey. Paul Wallace. And he has another one. What's the fifth kind? Yeah, something like that. And man, he has taken us on a journey. A journey that, listen, you have to sit tight. You really, 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 let me put my biscuit down. You really have to sit tight and wonder, did you go to Sunday school? Did I go to Sunday school? What did I miss? And I enjoy listening to him, mainly because he has taught from the Bible for over 30 years. This is a person who is very familiar and is an authority on the familiar path, the familiar gospel, the familiar teachings, the teachings of our culture. He's in Australia, and quite interesting to listen to. 18 years old, maybe the age was my trip. Oh, you went to Devon House. Devon House is still there. Yeah, they had renovated. They renovated Devon House, and it's booming. It's really one of the main chill spots in Kingston. So you find that people come from all over the country and overseas to go to Devon House, maybe to eat what is scary, maybe to eat a curry goat patty, you know. So yes, they do go onto the grounds of Devon House, but of course there's a bakery, their bar, there is as I said, restaurants, there shops. Yeah. So people not just going for ice cream, and it's really a go out mission. Because when I spoke with someone in Mandeville the other day, they were quite excited. They were coming into Kingston, they were going to Devon House, and it was a big thing, a planned trip. Quite exciting. So I am in Kingston and I take this thing for granted. And I'm saying, okay, Devon House, yeah, I could get a Devon House ice cream wherever, I don't have to go onto the ground. But persons living outside of Kingston, man, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. Going to Devon House is a big thing. For me, I would just enjoy a Devon House ice cream from any of their many outlets around the city. And they have many outlets. And the ice cream is not cheap. Tasty, yes. But money. Hmm. So back to the Paul Wallace's situation. When he speaks about Anunnaki, he speaks about Elohim and Elion and Hell, Helion and Sky people and Sumerians and cuneiform tablets. Oh gosh, and flying gods and all of that. It's a whole new dimension of learning. Because he's purporting that, humankind was not made by, quote unquote, God as we know it. He said we were made by another set of beings called the Anunnaki. And humankind were made in the image and likeness of those beings. And that we were created first males because they were created to work for these Anunnaki. So that's how they created humankind. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is scary. And then in my country, the culture is such that you really can't talk about these things loudly. I can't even have a good conversation in my household about anything different from in the beginning. God created the heavens and the earth, and that the earth was without form and it was empty and all of that. Can you imagine? I was watching another video where another researcher was saying that between Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 and Genesis chapter 1 verse 2, about 7 billion years or million years had passed. So what we're reading in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. That was a whole story in itself and had nothing to do with the following verse. And the earth was without form and void. That was a new population taking place. A story being told by some other person, some other entity that invaded earth. And they were saying when we came here, the earth was without form and it was void. So the earth was in existence long time. And whatever happened, that whatever large animals that were here, because that's what research showed, that it was basically some big ass animals that were here, and these were were created. I am how old am I? You should not ask a woman that, but my next birthday, which is next month, I will be 61. 60? My next birthday. Yes, I have aged gracefully, haven't I? Yes, and I do have children. I have 3 daughters. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for asking. I am not embarrassed at all. All right, so I have to now go back to the drawing board, and I have to now be digging deep into my faith. Not faith that was taught or learned, but faith as an individual, faith and enlightened being. Yeah. Is it important to know where I come from to be a good person? No. But, that historical perspective, would be good. An enlightened mind. We question a lot of things that happen. Who we are, where we came from, why are we here? And just as how we read history coming up, that from the Stone Ages and the Ice Ages and all of that, we should not be afraid then to ask, okay, so how did we all fit into this whole equation? Okay, we read about other life forms. We have read the creation story, and you know what? I was taken aback to learn that humankind, what was it, the sixth day of the creation, that may be the third reset of this earth. Mhm. It it was some 15,000 years of the earth existing with whatever life forms before humankind came. A long time. So the story that we have been reading as though it was a yesterday news, it wasn't so. It was a story. You you asked me that. I answered you. I said I'm 61 years old. You went away and so you didn't hear. Hmm? So you would have to read back and see. I'm 61 years old. Thank you. Right, so I'm still chatting about our coming on this earth and the whole reset that I have to now be doing in my head. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you have read it, you can't pretend that you have no knowledge unless, you are at risk for loss of life and or limb if you utter the knowledge that you have garnered. Many persons don't want to hear anything else, but in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth, and about Jesus and about the this and the that and the that. They don't want to hear anything else. But I want to hear the background story. I want to know where I came from and what are my obligations to the source. What's my obligation? I binge watch a lot of channels in search of. I watch this channel, Rose's Insight. She claims to be a what? A psychic investigator, but she does mainly political news and political incidences and so forth. And she does channeling of spirits. I don't know whether these things are real, but they are out there and persons are really, really into. When you check the internet, you see people who are scrying, people who are tarotting, people who are channeling, people who are getting alternate visions. A lot of differences among us exist. And here we are in my little country, stuck. We're stuck. Once you start talking an alternate narrative, you are ostracized. You are put out there. People start watching you, over the glasses and wondering whether you are okay. But of course we are okay. We are okay. But persons, just don't wanna search, don't wanna read, don't want any new information. They're happy going to bed saying the Lord's Prayer. But for some of us, we want more. For some of us, it makes us better Christians or persons of faith if we can know our purpose here. It makes us better individuals. That's my opinion. That's how I think. All right, so enough of that. Have you heard of grounding, where they said, okay, we are beings of energy. We are not who we think we are just energy in a form that will allow us to navigate Earth. But technically at our core, we are just energy. And we're meant to be in tune with the Earth's energy. And so we need to be outside more on the dirt. Not on carpets, not on fake grass, but walking on the sand, walking on the dirt, the soil, whatever it is, And, to think back from the dust of the earth, whoever created mankind created us. So there is a draw to the dust. But we are wearing all kind of fancy shoes, rubber bottom shoes, copper bottom shoes, gold bottom shoes, and all of that. So we are distracting from what we are supposed to be doing. And now, yeah, what we have grounding mats that we can buy. I have bought one, and I don't know whether it works, but they said, okay, fine. Occasionally we need to be grounded to the, I don't know if to the universe, I don't know, but we are to be grounded. So I bought one, so my feet are on it right now. Whatever it is doing for me, I don't know, but I want to be grounded. Come in, guys. Come in, let's chat. Do you have a grounding mat? If you go onto Amazon, then you see all different makes and models and designs and all of that. Do you know anything about grounding mats? Have you ever used one? Have you ever heard that we can be grounded? Do you know anything about that? Let me know. Let me know. Talk to me. Yeah, my coffee. Oh, I forgot. It's here in a little funny cup. It's cold, so I guess I have to drink it like cold coffee. Hmm. Hmm. You're welcome. It's black. You see? Black. Oops. It's black. I don't like milk. It gives me nausea, and and I tend to vomit. It just has this creepy type of feeling in my stomach when you want that feels cobwebby, so I tend not to use it. Yeah, so I'm sitting here today and I just figure I just spend the day just chatting. So I chat here for a half hour, and then I will be doing something else and then chatting. Maybe I make a meal. I don't know. People are not interested in our little cooking. People have fancy channels that we go to see what's happening. Our food preparation are boring. Nobody cares about it anyway. Nobody cares about anything that is happening anyway. So maybe I just do what I do best, just sit and chat. hmm Maybe I will be a good motivational speaker. Maybe I could do some, what they call it now? Some coaching. I don't know what I'll be coaching on. I'm a nurse by profession. Yeah. And so maybe, I could talk about that career path a bit, but not from the nursing, but from, maybe some of the experiences that are out there. hmm Maybe that would be good. I'm also a teacher. I prepare persons for their home health aid exams. I do train them, and for their patient care assistant positions and all of that. So I am holding my own somewhat. I'm not here just sitting and getting very obese. That's what they say, that I am obese, and I know it. I know it, right? But then, it's that this whole karma is against me. Not karma. Karma is good. I think the universe is working against me, because each time I decide that, okay, fine, I will go for the exercise, I'll go for the walk, I buy some equipment here and I can't use them because my knees just go whoop, 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 whoop. In my family, that's our curse. Osteoarthritis. So it's in the shoulders, it's in the big joints, and when it's not the knee, it's the ankle. We still move about. I have a small dex, what is it called now? Bicycle type of thing. It doesn't have any arm. It fits under the desk, so you just can sit and paddle. But then you can't paddle because the knees can't be going in this type of rotation. It really hurts. Then I proceeded, foolishly, I bought the steps. But then the knees have to bend. That's a problem. Okay. I said, okay, let me buy a mini stepper. Uh, that's worst. It's walking again. It's not working. And so about 3 weeks ago, I said, all right, let me go, because I got steroid shots and so before. So I said, okay, let me go and get the PRP treatment. So that is the platelet-rich plasma. That's when they take your own blood, they centrifuge it, so it is separated into its components. It's into the liquid portion and the formed elements. So the liquid portion of the blood, the plasma, and that's a straw-colored liquid, so that is removed. After centrifuging, then you have the separation taking place. So the plasma is taken off, and then another round of centrifuging. So when they take maybe about, let me see, 200 ml of blood, and by the time they're finished with the centrifuging process, you might be down to 60 ml. And that's what is injected into the joint capsule. It doesn't have any pain relieving component. It's platelets, your own body, regrowth seeds, I should call it. So your body will have to heal itself. It has to grow new cells or tissues for that area. So if you go for your PRP treatment when you are in pain, believe me, you're in for a rough ride. You are in for a rough ride. 6 weeks, they say, before you start feeling really the effect of the treatment. So I am saying to persons who are thinking of doing this type of treatment, once you're in pain, do not go for it. Go and get your steroid shots for the pain. And then maybe 4 weeks after, go back and do your plasma treatment. Then you'll be okay. You'll be able to move around. After maybe 2 or 3 days of resting, you will still be able to move around. But if you go when you're in pain like I did, then I don't think it's gonna work out very well. Because right now, I'm feeling the same way after 3 weeks. So I'm thinking that I have to go back. My next appointment is the 26th of this month. So I don't know whether I can wait that long, because my knee hurt, so the ankle gets pressured. So by the time the knee is fixed, then the ankle would be out. So I think I need the steroid shot. I'm going to give it another week, 4 weeks. I'm going to go in 1 week early. Yes, I think I need to do that. All right. So it's good chatting with you. It's good chatting with you while I'm having a bit of coffee. I do read a lot also. And life is good. Life is good. So cayenne, that's a variety of pepper. They say it's very good for health. Cayenne. So what's up with that name? You're the only person here chatting with me, and I appreciate you being here in and out. I see you're in and out, and that's okay. So I ask you, what's up with the name? I'm the one who have been chatting, so you chat me up now. Chat me up a bit. I'm gonna eat a couple of my biscuits and wait on you to be chatting me up. I did a video earlier this morning, one that has to do with Ibrahim Traore down in West Africa there, Burkina Faso. He is doing a very good job of transforming the prison system there, where he says the only persons that will be imprisoned serving a confined sentence under vast restriction are persons who are involved in embezzlement and persons who have committed murder. So if you steal, You ain't going to sit there and enjoy no 3 meals a day and roof and electricity and all of that at the country's expense. He said no. You will have to join the farming community and be a productive citizen. You will not sit there because the system says you need to be imprisoned. Imprisoned and doing what? Just living free? He says no more free ride. You have to be out there. You have to be working. hmm So I did a video around that where I am suggesting to the persons in authority in my country that we could adopt that model and use persons who are in prison, whether we're going to use them in the education system, whether we're going to use them on the farms, whether we are going to use them in any of many areas of work, however it needs to be. If it means that we are going to set up a large mechanic shop like what we see was set up by the Chinese, and then we have a group of inmates who are going to learn the skill of auto mechanic. We can have persons who, when they have large projects where they have to do electrical work or building construction, then these persons can be part of the workforce. And yes, they should be paid a stipend, maybe 1/10 or a percentage of what is being paid, mainly so that they can be part of society once again. They can feel the pleasure of being human. They probably have family members who used to rely on them. They can contribute to that cause. So that's my thinking. So rather than have us imprisoned, a person who committed minor offense, you might find the person even attempting to export to the good, whatever they call it here, the herb, the weed, the whatever they call it. A lot of persons are in the prisons, mainly females, many females too, for drug-related charges. And I'm saying, you have these persons just sitting there, persons who probably had, decided to take a chance of drug trafficking to better themselves. Well, for many a person, it's not greed, it's what was required at that time. And so they took a chance, it did not work out, and then they end up being punished by sitting, wasting time, and encouraging a state of mental illness, when these persons could have been useful in society. When you take a teacher, for example, a trained teacher who, for whatever reason, was charged, for violating the Drug Traffic Act, and then you take this intelligent mind and you confine this person to 2 years, feeding, sheltering, and all of that. How does that help the country? How? There must be another way out. I always say, if you want to know whether persons are in need of employment and are really, really, really willing to work, say, put out a flyer, put out a bull-on, call a town hall meeting and encourage persons, say to persons, anyone who is caught trafficking drugs will be offered employment. You will not be confined to prison. You will be arrested, you will be charged. But as your punishment, you will have to work for a stipend. I bet you part of the nail of my little toe, my pinky toe, that the airport would not have been able to hold or house the amount of persons who would have turned up just to be caught. and to be offered legitimate employment. Let us think about that. Putting persons in prison, domestic violence. We should have situation where social workers will go and encourage persons. Okay, who is the aggressor? You are the aggressor. We'll have to remove you from the household. You are going to be placed here. You're going to be seeing the psychiatrist. You're probably going to be seeing some psychologist. What is your contribution to society? What has been your contribution to society up to now? Okay, I am a cane farmer. Said, okay, so we do have government farms here, so you will now have to be working on the government farm. We'll have to remove you from your household. Yes, you will be allowed visit, maybe once a week, once a fortnight, by your family. But for a certain time that we will assign to you, you will have to be in confinement. You will have to be educated. You will have to be given a new mindset. You know, your psyche will have to be reset. So other than just throwing persons in prison to sit and be idols, to look pretty, to get obese, to be a strain on the system here in this poor country, let us find a way out. It is happening in Burkina Faso, and I think it's a model that we can adopt. But do we really want to change anything? Vybz Kartel was in prison for many years. And it wasn't until he had a visit from a newscaster from in the US that the whole sanitary convenience situation had changed. I was listening to an interview where he said, listen, it wasn't until this interview that we actually had proper sanitary convenience. So the reporter asked, so what was the order of the day? And he said, well, okay, fine. It has to be newspaper, it has to be bucket, it has to be whatever. So you eat, you pee, you poo in the same space of confine. So it wasn't until, he was there that the difference was made. So maybe that's one of the good things that came out of his imprisonment. We are not here to talk about whether he should be there or not there. I am saying our country is poor. We cannot afford to have persons in prison who could have been otherwise minded, who could have been working. So even if persons are in prison, what programs are there that will be contributing to the positive growth of the country? My country is cursed. There is no hope. We need a revolution. A quiet one, not a violent one. One that, persons will be able to say, yes, this revolt was good. Because year after year, party after party, different prime ministers, same agenda, same script. The script is just being read by different individuals. Actors and spectators. The script is sometimes you have substitute actors and you have different spectators watching different acts, but it is the same. And this is not good. We are calling for a change. The old political system needs a shake-up. New persons, new blood, persons who probably don't even have any knowledge of politics. Because as far as I'm concerned, these politicians have no love for country. It's me, self. Not even for family. Not even for family, because for some families, they do have persons who are prominent members of parliament. But does the family benefit in any way from their loved ones being part of the decision-making team for the country? No. So they're there doing their thing, enjoying or not enjoying the fruit of their hard work. But family is left out of it. Mhm. I've seen it happen firsthand, where politicians, member of parliament, they just went off, forgetting their poor families behind, family members who could have otherwise improved their status in the society. But what happened? Nothing is, trickled down. Nothing trickled down. And so the family continues to suffer. While smarter persons, they build. They build. But in some families, no, it doesn't happen. And so the family remains poor and depressed. I see where a prominent member of the political team in this country, Lisa Hanna, she has been a prominent supporter of the People's National Party for many years. And now she has gone over to the Jamaica Labour Party. Persons are saying that she didn't really jump ship. She was a Labourite before she was what? Socialist or socialite, I don't know. But she's gone back to her original calling. And I remember, there used to be massive saga between herself and one Kerencia Morrison. Kerencia Morrison is of the Jamaica Labour Party, and Lisa is from the PNP side. So it's going to be fun to see or watch what's happening now between them. I guess both of them can, pull their resources. They can be peeing a pod, put their heads together and stand, supporting each other on the political front. That would be good. I think strong women in leadership. These are university graduates. These are persons with experience. They have been on the political scene from very, very early. And so they have a lot to offer, in my opinion. They have learned the politics from the bandwagon days. And so they know the politics inside out. But will they pull their resources, or will there be infighting? Will there be a situation where this one has to prove and that one has to prove and this one has to half prove and all of that? I hope it will not be any situation like that. I hope it will be a situation where persons are coming together for the good of the society. That's my take on that matter. Let me continue with my snack. Again, I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for watching. I thank you for keeping my company. It's always good to see you. I don't have a lot of persons online, but whether or not persons come, it's my duty to sit here and to build my channel, right? So I am working. It's a monetized channel, but I have not received any money yet, and I've been monetized a long time ago. I have been monetized, and within 3 months I was demonetized, and I had to take another 3 months to build back up. And so it has been a journey. It has been a journey. So how is your day going? What time is it where you are now? I don't even know what time it is where I am, because my clock has stopped working at 14 minutes to 3 o'clock. I don't know if it was in the AM or the PM, but that's where it is stuck, 14 minutes to 3 o'clock. Yes, I will have to change that battery. It's a little clock that belonged to my late mother. We had an earthquake, was it last year or the year before? And it fell and the glass broke. But it still works, so it is a, it doesn't have that cover glass at the front, so I can just use my fingers and move the hands. Yeah, that's cheap, but there's sentiments to the clock. I think, I mean, it's not that I can't replace it. Yes, I can, but it's okay. It's okay. We take another bite. Mm. This is what I'm eating. It's tea biscuit. I don't know if you have it in your country. It's a product of Jamaica. hmm Manufactured by, what is this? Cortia Continental Baking Company Limited, yeah, in Kingston. It's one serving per container. It has 8 biscuits. And let me see the nutritional fact. It's one serving per container. Serving size 1 packed, and the calories per serving is 260 calories per serving. 260 calories per serving. I'll be here another 9 minutes on this live, but I will come back. I'm gonna be chatting all day. Yeah, I'm gonna be chatting all day. I'm gonna be sitting here in between work, yeah, and I will be chatting. I have a big notebook. I am writing. I do script some of my videos. Some of them are free form. Some of them I script. So I do take notes sometimes. Yeah. So I started my little story that I was telling you about. It was a beautiful day in Spanish Town, Jamaica. More specifically, the old capital of Jamaica. A young girl, 9 years old, they say Moo. That's not her correct name. She got up, did her morning chores, and had a mindset of learning, to go to school and meet with her friends. She was a happy child, securely attached to family, and was a member of the church in her community. That's where I am with the story. So I'm going to continue writing the story, and then I'm going to tell my story. So I think I'm going to be having, maybe ask AI to help me with some pictures of happy child and da-da-da-da. Just saying. Just saying. But it's okay. Cain, where are you? How old are you, Cain? You have left me high and dry? How old are you and where are you? How old are you, Cain? And where are you? One of the things that bothers me now is that some persons who do TikTok, that's another platform, there are so many persons, you know, well, not so many, but a few persons have been on a live while doing their live stream. And I'm trying to figure out what's with that. A person is at a particular location and the person is doing his live, and then the next thing you know that the person is unalived. I don't know what's up with that. Can somebody shed some light on the matter? Why are persons being unalived on their life? Let me know. if you know. If you know. I said I'm having coffee. Do you take coffee sometimes? Do you take any hot beverage? I'm a lover of coffee, but I guess I'm just in love with the name because it's not like I can differentiate among the many brands. You have some connoisseur, they can tell you exactly what brand of coffee they're having and what is the age and how it was processed. Mild roast, dry roast, long roast, whatever type. They are able to tell you. But I can't. I just like the taste of coffee, and that's where I am. I don't think I'll be able to learn at this point in time how to differentiate the different brands or the different type. You have classic roast, mild roast, non-classic roast, whatever. You have Folgers, you have Blue Mountain, you have Mountain Peak, you have Cafe, you have Nescafe. Oh, you have some that are done by Starbucks. And I really don't know the difference in taste. And then you have those that my grandmother used to make. And when she would have the coffee beans, then she would have her mortar and her pestle, and she would have, ground the coffee beans. Then she has this special pot that she boils coffee in. So so you have the original boiling, and so that's the best one, because after that she just keeps adding water to the trash. So by the time you reach day 4 and day 5, I don't know what we are getting, but I guess she would have added a little more of the ground into the original brew, and so it's not just wasted. And then my grandfather, he used to have this big mug, and then he would slurp this long slurp. Disgusting. But that was their life. May their souls rest in peace. I don't know who has inherited their soul, because I understand that the soul goes on a journey and chooses another body, and then life just continue as a cycle. So I don't know whose body their souls are occupying at this point in time. I don't think it's mine, because I was quite here a very long time when they passed. Mm-hmm. So their souls, or none of their soul is occupying my body. But I do wonder whose body have those souls be occupying. Do you believe that the souls really journey and will be occupying other bodies? Let me know now. Let me know. It was nice talking with you. I have been here with you for the hour, and so it's going to be time to take my leave. So I thank you for being my company. I thank you for listening to my da 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 tralala tralala, and to put up with my shenanigans. Yes. Thank you for being here. I'll find out what's popping in my country, and I will see whether or not I can interest you to listen to my, what is it now, my rambling. So it's going to be bye-bye very soon. I'm just watching the countdown of the clock. So Cain, I thank you for being here with me. You've been in and out, and I am quite appreciative of that. You did ask me how old I am twice. I did answer you, and you have disappeared since. All right, so you're 18 years old. Maybe the age was my trip that you went to Devon House. I don't know if you were probably 18 when you went, or maybe you were 18 years old when you went, but you did go to Devon House. You said it's scary. I don't know if Jamaica is scary or just the trip to Devon House is scary. But then we're beings living in this in this dimension, a crazy dimension. And so, let us just live and enjoy and accept what comes. We have to accept the things that we cannot change. And we have to, try to know the difference between those things that we can change and those things that we can't change. All right, so have yourself a blessed day. I am June. I'm in Jamaica. It's hot.